Good morning. Good morning, Ilkay, live from the GEC.
Thank you, Bernd, for this daily report that we will be
Yeah.
starting as of now.
Yes.
We have a fantastic show here at the JAC. I'm in front of the Composites United booth.
Yes.
Friends, Composites United is the
Yes. I know them.
association for composites, and they have a very big booth here together with CFK Valley. You can see that in the background.
Fascinating to have you here from the trade show, Ilkay. Please tell us a little bit. How is it? How does it feel? I think it's the first time after 2019 that it happens due to the pandemic. How is it today? How is the atmosphere?
Yeah, the atmosphere up front is fantastic, of course, because people were so thirsty to meet again in person. We have a wonderful setup in the digital world, of course. We met a
Yes.
lot of times on Zoom and on Teams, and now people are shaking hands.
Yes.
Of course, reasonable, but talk about business, look in the eyes, and discuss all the topics that have been accumulated over this challenging period. It looks like that this challenging period is about to be overcome, at least
Yes.
from the pandemic point of view.
Yes.
And
We have
I
other
have to
challenges.
say, I have to say that I'm very happy to see a high visitor frequency here at Jack. We are near Paris. We are not in Paris. We are outside of Paris,
Mm.
near the airport Charles de Gaulle. This is Villepinte is called this expo center. So if any one of you guys want to still see, I will show you now around
Yes.
in a few moments. If you wanna come to Jack, be here. It's fantastic.
Yeah, this sounds fantastic. Ilkay, you have, I mean, it's the first time after 2 years or more that you are in touch with the industry. How is it? How are there many innovations to see? This is a very innovative industry. Tell us a
Yeah,
little. Tell us the
yeah.
secrets. What do you see?
Yeah, the composites industry traditionally is very, very innovative. So composites, let me define composites first because there always is some question about what is a composite. So composite essentially, can be any elements that are combined together.
Yes.
The most common element we know from nature is wood, where we have cellulose and lignin. And this industry, however, is more focused on fiber reinforced plastics, short form FRP. Some
Yes.
say even CFRP because the carbon community is a bit special, so they would not only say fiber reinforced plastics, but composite fiber reinforced plastics or polymers. It is an exchangeable, the P is exchangeable. So this Jack has an innovation award, and I've streamed the ceremony just last week. Check it out on my channel.
Fantastic.
And it was a great opportunity to see all these awards. And they have included solutions, fiber reinforced plastic solutions for the aerospace, the marine, of course, the automotive, medical equipment. So there is a vast majority of applications available that fiber reinforced plastics can be used. Particularly, it is traditionally used as a lightweight contributor. So any electric car, flying airplanes should be supposed to be lightweight, of course, and
Yes.
therefore you see a lot of innovations in the lightweight sector. But not only that, it is of course also a strong fiber. Carbon fiber has a very high tensile strength, so you can increase strength, mechanical durabilities. Then we have corrosion resistance in
Yes.
composites, and you can find so many different innovations here. Just this morning, I saw a post from an cockpit in the plane in an aircraft, the dashboard that has already some empty spaces where you can put all the instruments and the screens inside. And this is a very large piece of equipment. And of course, in the past they did this with steel, and now it's with composites, so it's half of the weight, you can say. And innovation takes place at these places: lightweight, strength increase, and these
Yes.
things.
Okay. Ilkay, another question. I mean, this is a very innovative industry, very technical industry, and it's
Wait a minute, Bernd. I have a colleague here just now
oh
passing by.
wow.
His name is Nasri. Can I introduce you to
Yes,
Nasri for a
please,
moment?
please.
Nasri is a business developer and he's from the textile industry, so he's a textile nerd. And I want to ask Nasri, I will give him now this piece
Yes.
here. Yeah. Nasri, so
Good morning, Nasri.
how
Welcome.
did you perceive the Jack so far as a textile guy, as a
Yeah,
reinforcement guy?
yeah. Good morning, Ben. Nice to see you. Hi.
Good morning, Nasri.
And to thank Ilkay for giving me the opportunity to
He's
share this
just
nice
making a business
moment.
contact, yeah.
No, absolutely. It's a great event. It's a great field, whatever is it. I mean, the composite, as you know, is the versatility of the applications. It is aerospace, automotive, building construction, medical.
Yes.
It's really unlimited. And me as a technical textile engineer, it's like a playground here, and it's just so
Mm.
fun to see people again, to meet people again, to see people happy meeting each others of this after this very difficult time. Well,
Yeah.
I can really encourage everyone to visit the show, to enjoy the innovation, and yeah,
Yes.
let's see. If maybe we can meet each others and we can talk about the future without concerns, at least
Yeah.
after this difficult time. Well,
It's a
nice to see you guys. Yes.
nice to see you. It's a very specialized industry. I mean, textile, to be a
Yeah.
textile engineer in this industry, it's a very specific industry, I would say. You need
Definitely, definitely.
you probably a very high specialized in your field, yeah?
Well, I'm a technical textile engineer. A
Yeah.
textile engineer is a big word, but well, back coming from my let's say home business is a coated fabrics, which is
Yes.
also a composite at the end. It's something like the next level, the composite level, and
Yes.
I'm enjoying this. As I said, the applications, it's very interesting. You see some fibers, some reinforcement, but at the end, if you see the end application and the fields they are working in, as I mentioned, it's great. It's great. You feel proud. You feel really proud. Yeah,
Okay, this sounds
great,
wonderful. Has
great.
Ilkay left in the meantime, or is he somewhere
No, no,
around?
he's still here. And
Good.
okay, Ben, nice to see
Okay,
you.
cheers.
And
Was nice meeting
thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
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 So I'm back. Swift
Hi, Ilkay. Thank
exchange
you.
here
Yeah.
again. Yes,
Thank you for introducing this guy to us.
yes,
Ilkay, I have another question. I mean, this is a very um, specialized show and a
yes.
specialized industry. Yeah. Can you tell us, are there any startup to see with new innovative developments, and are there any interesting, challenging startup boosters, or is there anything to see what we say, okay, this will be the future of the industry?
Yeah, the beauty of this expo is, and I'm making a shout out right now to Eric Pierjon, who made a really fantastic job with his team. They have set up villages, they have set up awards, and there is, of course, the so called startup booster of Jack, the Jack Group, where they are, awarding startups with prizes, and
Mhm.
these prizes lead, of course, to a greater reputation of these startups, and later on they get into the seed phase and start collecting, of course, funding from others. Let me give you an example of Martin Stegelmann, whom I will be meeting now. They have, for example, an injection molding process where they can feed in fibers. As you know, you are a
I'm
plastics
specialized in injection molding. Yeah.
in injection molding. And
Yes.
now imagine he has this so-called Robin, he calls this ROBIN, and we can tag some information about that.
Yeah. Yes.
He was one of the finalists, and this injection molding with fiber reinforcement is an innovation that the world was waiting for. And he's in touch. I know that he also posted some content here on LinkedIn. He's in touch with some really huge automotive suppliers that are already interested in his process. So we are, combining the world, the plastics world with the reinforcement world that is coming together and closer. And I appreciate and I really welcome this trend. Yeah. So
Yeah.
innovation and startups are a great way. Most startups are even coming from an institutional side. So these were research institutes that are, for example, spun off their their venture, like Fibercode is one. They are coating fibers with aluminium, yeah, just aluminium. There's no binder, just aluminium on it, and then you can enhance the fiber characteristics, for example, with some metallic, features.
Okay. Oh my God! Yeah, coating aluminium directly. Yeah, this is a challenge. Yeah,
A very,
and
very, very, very special process, and
yeah,
Um, I have not discussed it in detail with him, but check out Fibercode. That is, he was the winner actually. Then
yeah,
Robin. The solution with the injection molding was two, and Fibercode
uh,
was number one. And that is a great startup, and they have secured funding, so they can really start. It's an
yeah.
amazing, amazing thing. By the way, excuse me that I'm here. I mean, if you could see that where I am right now, you would be laughing. This is selective waste sorting. So if
Yeah.
people come here close to me, they're putting their bottles into these bins here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is perfect because the tripod is on it and I can use this place. And you
Oh,
see in my
wonderful.
background the CU and CFK Valley. And I don't know how the tone is. Maybe you can give me some feedback on the tone.
The,
Um, is it a lot of environmental noise or is it quite okay?
it's the tone is quite okay.
Yeah.
The picture is a bit sometimes it's a bit shaking, but it's
Okay.
okay, I would say. But
Yeah.
Ilkay, you told us about wasted bottles. This is a perfect handover to the next topic. I mean, sustainability. It's not so easy for composites, or it's always a challenge to be sustainable for composites
Yeah.
because of the material bond. What do you see on the show? Are there any innovations? Is there any progress, or what do you see?
You can say the innovation part, which we have touched on, the technology part is a topic that is very, very apparent here. Then, of course, sustainability, and with sustainability, Maximilian Schultes from RAMP would say, comes, of course, recycling. So, recycling has always been a challenge in this industry, of course, but there are really good examples like Fraunhofer IGCV that I visited in Augsburg earlier this year. Check out, there's a movie on that. So the industry is now starting. Michael Sauer from IGCV would say from the end of the product. So once they get into the research and development stage, they have always the end of the life cycle in mind. So they have a mat line, uh, water-based non-wovens production line, and they are feeding it solely with recycled carbon fibers. So imagine you have carbon fibers coming back from an Airbus A380 fuselage or the fin. That will be massive recycling potential, and they're taking these recycled, these parts, these components, and recycle them up. Um, the matrix on one side and the fiber on the other side, and then they chop the fibers to make it processable, wet processable. It's similar to a wet paper process, this non-woven process, and by that they will then use the recycled fiber to make new products. The same is with dry, late, non-woven products that are needled, for example. They also can use recycled fibers, and therefore, in my view, there's a great trend. Recycling is really on the upswing here.
Okay, this is good to hear. There are so many news, Ilkay. You told us about so many innovations and news. Is there something particular which fascinates you? Is there something which you found on the trade show where you said, "Oh wow, this is the one thing"? Or is there anything what you have in your pocket for us?
Yeah, let me say this. I'm leaving the technical side of the things. And I want to get, because we are on LinkedIn, of course, a social media platform, a professional one. Let me touch base on diversity and inclusion. So again, congrats to Eric and his team. They have women in composites. They have an initiative, Women in Composites, because in the composite sector, you will see me always interviewing male candidates, yeah, male professionals, experts. And I'm always saying, where are the ladies, the technicians, the engineers of this world? I want to, interview ladies and get them included into this visibility game here on LinkedIn to drive composites further, because that is my mission. My mission is to drive composites into the mind of your research and development at automotive, aerospace, and all the other industries. But for this, we don't need to rely only on men. We need also the perspective of women in R&D. And this is something that flashed me really, that I see there is women in tech, now women in composites, very big on this show and on the agenda of the Jack Group.
I like to hear this, Ilkay. I mean, we have something in common. We have been working in the industry, both of us, for decades. But now we have more or less people in our focus. Yes, this is the most fascinating thing in the industry, at least for me, and I think also a little bit for you. But Ilkay, you just gave me a word, LinkedIn. I know you have, I don't know how many contacts on LinkedIn and followers and so on. It's a massive number. But have you met any important, I mean, apart from Nasri, of course, have you met any social CEOs or particular special people also on the show?
Yeah, over there, the camera is mirror wrong. Over there we have CG Tech, Oliver, who is also the co-founder of the Composites Lounge. I mean, Oliver, he's the CEO. He's a true social CEO. I asked him to join, but he's now in a talk right now. Maybe we can do that later. But he has also put in an corporate influence program in his company. And Andreas, his business developer with a technical background, he is a corporate influencer of CG Tech, and I really admire the way he, creates content and he shows it to the world. Of course, other than that, I'm seeing here on Jack. Remember, it is not long time ago. I started with LinkedIn on the 7th of January in 2019 only, and just to make to improve my personal brand on this platform without any business mind or anything else. But when the pandemic started, I really gained track on LinkedIn by, conducting LinkedIn Lives like you do. And I love these LinkedIn Lives because they are a great format to get into the community. But of course, I see a lot of people here that, you know me because they are silent viewers, but I don't know them. And I meet people the first time in person, although they are long-term members of the Composites Lounge. So it's a bit of a funny situation when people come over to me and say, "Hi, this is Ilkay from LinkedIn, aren't you?" And I say, "Yeah, that's great."
Okay.
So I meet people constantly here on this show that refer me that we know you from LinkedIn. And this morning I shook hands with the strategic marketing manager of Owens Corning, Skinner, Mr. Skinner. So if you watch this, if you hear this, would be great to have a follow-up call with you guys. But other than that, I mean, follow my posts. I'm posting every day whom I met here. I really met the most elite people that are, in this industry, and it's really fun. But I need to be also a bit critical. Yeah, not everything is nice and dandy, as we say in English. Once this industry starts posting on LinkedIn, I see there's a group that starts, posts themselves from their personal profile. Then there are companies. Then there are companies that post from their company profile, and then you got people that are resharing content from their composite company. Just to give you advice, what is the best way of posting on LinkedIn? The The best way of posting on LinkedIn is, of course, through the personal profile. Personal profile got essentially and in theory an unlimited number of views. If you do it correctly,
Yeah.
you can gain a lot of traction with your personal profile. With the corporate site, with the company page, you don't get so much traction. So I would ask everyone being on the show here at Jack, don't post from your company. Post yourself. Post from your personal profile. Share stories with us. Share applications with us so that the community learns more and more about the you know the parks. Don't be
Yes.
too salesy. Yeah, some are very overly salesy. This is not the time on LinkedIn to be salesy. Introduce your applications. Be top of the funnel. Generate awareness to your products. This is the way to go forward in this industry, and I
Okay.
invite you all to do that.
Thank you, Ilkay. Thank you for this last closing words. It was a very interesting insight from you. Thank you for the interview, and we will see us tomorrow.
Yeah, let me show you one final thing. I take the tripod in my hand now, and we'll show you this environment here. You see many people. You see the selective waste here, yeah, that I was
Yeah.
using as
Okay.
a stand. So you see nearly full back to what we had in 2019. So thank you, Bernd, for your time for
Yeah.
hosting this show.
Thank you,
And
Ilkay. See you tomorrow.
community, see you now in the comments.
Okay.
Bye bye.